Good evening. The frequency is not in use. Answered my own question that I didn't even ask. This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. There isn't any emergency or priority traffic? I knew it. There never is. Hopefully there never will be. In fact, you have an emergency if you're waiting for me to get on the air. There's something wrong with you. You can jump if you have an emergency though. Don't hesitate to jump in there and tell us. We will always be available to help. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. You can look me up look up the video anyway, on K4PEW. Just look at my call sign in the YouTube search block, K4PEW. Or you can go to our website, 146415.net, and see some information about Simplex and kind of what we do here. And then you can also look on the groups.io site, which has a lot of information about our nets, when we do them, why, I don't know, maybe not why, because we're not sure why. Just to have fun. But we have a lot of information there on that site. And then, of course, if you have any questions or you don't want to sign up for the email list and you have questions, just write me at k4pew@arrl.net. The net normally meets. Well, we meet all kinds of times during the days and evenings and whenever, but even in the middle of the night sometimes. But Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. on 146.415. There's a decimal in there, 146.415. Purpose of the net is to have fun, figure out who you can hear. A lot of guys keep logs. A lot of people, I say guys, I use it generically, keep logs of who they can hear and try to figure out how they can do better, which lots and lots of hams have done that here in this area. With 133, I think, on the mailing list now. And I know that bunches of people here who are on the list have improved their stations, and I'm confident that there's people who aren't even on the list who I never hear from. They've done the same. So I think we collectively provide a good service to the ham community, whether they're on our list or not, or whether they're on our net or not. Doesn't matter. Lots of sandbaggers and lurkers out there. We just don't know where they are or who they are unless they come in and say, well, I've been lurking for 3 years. I've never heard anybody say that. So anyway, let's say I have announcements. I'll go with those first. Tonight is the big night for, we got the 2 meter on the FM. We've got the 2 meter upper sideband on 144.240. That's upper sideband, 144.240 upper sideband. And then the 6 meter upper sideband net on 50.135. That's 50.135. I'll go and announce that later as well. But also, right after the 2 meter net, we're going to be doing the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net. If you have something to buy, if you want something to buy, or you have something to sell, you can announce it today after the 2 meter net. Or you can just make your list up in the 500 items and put it on the email list, and it'll go out automatically to 133 people. So that's a good way to do it. Even if you want something or need something or need advice, you can just post it to the group, and you got 133 somewhat good opinions. Maybe some good ones. But anyway, that's what's on tap for tonight. And by the way, this is the first net of the year 21. Sounds like that song. The net on the year 2021. I'll get used to saying that at some point. And it is net number 654. And we'll be starting from the north. Does anyone have any complaints, target reasons to, or any announcements or adjustments to announcements? Please come now. Nothing heard. We'll jump right into the net. We got a lot to cover, and we hope to do well. So, of course, we do the lightning round kind of stuff with the call, the name, and the location. And if you got something you need to announce or say, let me know, or we can save it for later. Or you can save it for the group on the email list. Anyway, let's start from the north then. Please come now.
No traffic.
All right, I had a double or a triple, but I did hear Mark in there very well. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Surviving the new year so far?
So far, so good.
Very good. Just not much. Nothing's changed, really. We're all still stuck at home, more or less. All right, that was Mark, Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
Kilo 4, Alpha, Kilo, Zachary.
All right, Zachary, you sound good up there. And that is, again, that's in your Lafayette, correct?
That is correct. I don't believe the lamps are up.
No, they don't sound too bad. You're doing well. You're pretty good distance from here, and people are actually, we get excited. I think some people get excited when there's somebody who's in a new location. You're relatively new to the group, but so they can see who they can hear. So I'm glad you're there. All right, that was Zachary in Lafayette, Kilo 4 Alpha, Kilo Kilo, with a nice signal here into Mount Juliet. Anyway, who else is north?
KB9RKK, Frank in Northwest Mount Juliet.
Hey, how you doing there, Mark? I'm Mark. Frank.
I doubled with him. I doubled with Mark, yeah. No, doing good, Paul.
Ah, very good. How'd your Zoom meeting go, by the way?
Zoom meeting, we didn't do one. I wanted to try to do that.
I thought they were doing a Zoom meeting tonight at 6 o'clock.
Oh, well, maybe they did do that, and I missed it. Yeah, I had suggested it to Bill to do a Zoom meeting, that we should do a Zoom meeting, but I didn't get the announcement, I guess.
Well, I sent it out to the whole group at Bill's request. Anyway, not important. Bill will take up his complaint with you then. All right. Good to have you in there, Frank. That's Frank in Northwest Wilson, or Northwest Mount Juliet, really. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo, Kilo. We'll have to hope Bill checks in. We'll find out what that mystery was. Who else is north?
Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel.
Okay, Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel. How are you doing this evening?
I am well. Real quick, just got myself functioning on D-Star through a hotspot. Get that joker set up. So, new uncharted territory.
Yeah, that's good. You don't have D-Star otherwise? I mean, like on a radio?
Negative. I don't believe that there's any functioning D-Star repeaters at the time that are operational around here.
Well, no, but we're doing, I say we, Carl is doing a simplex net on D-Star every Saturday night at 7:45.
Well, there you have it. I was not aware of that.
There you go. Now you got to go buy a radio.
Well, I got a D-Star radio. That part's cool. I got an Icom 4100.
Oh, very good. Well, yeah, he's in Franklin, so I don't know how tough that's going to be for you from Gallatin, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I think you'll be able to copy him, but that's just every Saturday night he's going to, I believe I didn't catch it tonight. I was busy, but he's doing a D-Star, DMR, and Yaesu Fusion. It's either 6:30 or 7:30 or 7:45. I forget which he decided.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll take a note of that and check it out.
Very good. That was Justin in Gallatin. Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel with a new D-Star. Well, he's got a radio, and then he's got the what do you call it? The hotspot they use. How much was that hotspot, by the way, Justin?
I gave $43 for it.
Oh, really? That's it? That's not so shabby.
No, not at all. I didn't think it was too bad. That was 2 days of pure hell trying to get it set up, and then my radio set up, but we're good to go now. I'm on the air.
Yeah, they need to show see, that's what I said, the learning curve for me on those kind of things. So it starts high and goes all the way down to the bottom.
It definitely does, but real big when you finally figure it out or you crack the code.
Oh yeah, you feel like, yeah, that's right. But first, you got to remember, don't read the manual first.
Oh, no, what manual? I think I threw that away first.
Very good. That was Justin again. Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel. He's in Gallatin with his new D-Star setup on with the hotspot. I didn't realize it was that cheap. Who's next north?
Got a comment there.
Yeah, go ahead. Comment. Was there a comment in there?
Yeah, there's a DMR repeater over here in Lebanon that's been up a few weeks, and I'm trying to find the frequency for it if I can. Hang on just a minute. Y'all go ahead and carry on. I'll pull it out there in just a minute.
All righty. Who else is north?
Alpha 4 Delta Echo, Daniel. How do it?
Hey, how you doing there, Daniel?
Doing great. That new Lebanon DMR repeater is 440625.
All right, Richard, you can stop looking. 440625. On those repeaters, do they have a tone of some kind?
That one does not.
And that's DMR. Oh, that's DMR. I don't have to know any more than that. Very good. And that's that DMR repeater is connected to the internet in some way, Daniel?
Yeah, it's on the over there on Franklin Road, close to the Wilson County repeater.
Okay, so that means it's it has full access to all the DMR features then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, you're doing all right?
We're doing great. How about you?
Oh yeah, doing dandy. Kind of. I got a lot done today, if that means anything. All right, well, very good. That's Daniel here in Mount Juliet. Alpha 4 Delta Echo north of me. Who else is north? Hey, there you go. How'd you Steve? How did your net go last night? Last night? What is today? Today's Saturday. How'd it go this Thursday? Excuse me.
New Year's Eve, we had 7 check-ins.
Well, wait a minute. Is that the one that we had several from Tennessee check-in?
Roger.
Oh man, so we were the lion's share of the check-ins?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad we could be of service. It was busy on this end. I just figured I'd be the only one, and I heard me and Donnie and Richard and forget who the other fellow was. Scott, I think. Anyway, that was funny.
Yep. I appreciate everybody that checked in on that too.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's all good. I mean, it's really that simple. It's just all good. People enjoy getting on here.
It shows you what you can do when you try Simply.
Oh yeah, very much so. No, it's cool. It really is. Getting up from here anywhere around me is about 60 to 65 miles from where you are. So it's a challenge for some people who don't have a reasonably good elevation.
Yeah. Give me another number. 73. We'll see you later. See you Tuesday night. K4WD.
Very good. Thank you, Steve. That was Kilo 4 Whiskey Kilo uniform. He is in Bowling Green. Who else? And that's in Kentucky for those unfamiliar with the area. Who else? I think everybody knows where Bowling Green is. Who else is north?
Kilo Oscar 4, Julie November, Yankee, Carlos Hendersonville.
Hey, Carlos. How'd you make out with your, did you get your antenna up?
Yeah, I got it up. I got it all installed. The cable ran to my, to the garage, and, the garage I had converted into, like, I call it my man cave, and I have my workshop in here and everything. So, but yeah, I'm using the new radio and the new antenna right now.
Well, you're doing pretty good. You're 20 over, and that's with the new antenna in the attic, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm picking up a couple more stations right now from the first check-ins that I wasn't picking up before. So I think the test is going to be when we get to the south. That's really going to be the challenge for me.
Oh yeah, no question about it. Or farther west, of course. But yeah, you're doing fine for here. You're doing about 20 over, a little over 20 over here in Mount Juliet. So you're doing great. That was Carlos Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet November Yankee. I just got licensed this past November and working hard to get a decent radio and feed line. I mean, not a decent radio, but get a radio feed line and everything lined up to operate well on Simplex or whatever other mode he chooses. And that's Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet November Yankee. Who else is north?
Come in.
Go ahead, Mike.
Man, he's 40 over to me, pulling me out.
That's because he's coming down the river, man.
Yeah, I guess it's coming downhill.
He's hitting Lebanon good, too.
Well, I would suspect he would, being he's right across the river from you, Rich. Well, not right across from you, but close.
Well, that's not exactly across the street where he is from where I am, but I don't think. I think he's between, correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos, but aren't you between Gallatin and Hendersonville? I'm right at the east edge of Goodlettsville, right at the Sanders Ferry Peninsula by Drake's Creek. Well, I've got a full signal on you, and that's not exactly across the street from me, Bob.
Well, you got to remember, he's practically on the river.
He's stronger than Paul and me. Can't be done RKK.
I would suspect he would be, yeah.
20 over to the indoor antenna, KG4 CXE.
Yeah, but the key question, Chris, is how many repeaters can you hit?
Oh,
Yeah, very good. You didn't hear me tell somebody that the other day, did you?
no, it's funny.
No, somebody, I won't say who it is. He says he was testing out his antenna bug, and he says, and I found I can hit, and he started to tell me repeater. I said, okay, listen, I don't care how many repeaters you can hit.
Yeah, they like to listen for 5 watts anyway.
Anyway, I'm being facetious. Obviously, it's an easy way to test how well your signal's getting out in general, but it's not very specific to how you do on Simplex. Anyway, Carlos got some good signal reports out of his new setup, so he should be happy to up there. Who else is north? We start to stall at 9 or 10 people every time from the north. Who else is north? Over to the west.
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot, Rick in Ashland City.
Hey, Rick, you sound pretty good, except for some fuzzy background there. You doing all right?
It's doing pretty good.
What?
Hey, Carlos was an F3.
Oh, you could hear Carlos over in Ashland City?
Absolutely.
Hey, Carlos, you copying him at all?
Negative. It's disappointing because I was actually looking forward to see if I can get his transmission.
Listen, what you do is get up on the roof and tear off some of the shingles and the tar paper. It might help.
You know what? I'm half tempted to do that.
You might also get us cut a hole through the plywood.
Yeah, hey, I might do that. You know what? It's going to drive me crazy until I'm able to hear him at least. I'm going to have to be working throughout the weekend now.
Well, here's the deal, though. If you can just, well, you talked about doing it there and then doing it outside. So that's the next step.
Yep. I'm going to have to figure out how I can do that.
Yeah, very good. Even temporarily, if you can just get it out for a net or two, just it would be fun to do. All right, Rick. Rick gave him the challenge of the night here from Ashland City over to Hendersonville. And while Rick could hear him, he could not hear Rick, which is interesting because I can hear Rick well. It's got a little hash in there, but I can hear him real well. Anyway, that was Rick at Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He's in Ashland City, doing well. Who else is west?
AM4YRF, Mike and Belchire.
Carlos at about minus 23 dBm in reference to plus 20 dBm.
Yeah, hold on, Alan. I'll get you in there. You have like a double or a triple in there when he spoke. So, EAC. Okay, and Michael in there first. Go ahead, Michael.
I tell you what, man, conditions must be pretty good tonight because I've heard everybody except Steve at Bowling Green and Justin and Galveston. So, pretty good night.
Did we ever do a profile before, a terrain profile between you and Bowling Green?
Don't think we did.
Yeah, it'd be neat to see the reason. I mean, I can understand it. You may have some. I mean, you're kind of in a hole where you are, kind of. So, I guess I'm not too surprised.
Well, we'll see. Onward and upward, I say.
You got that? Isn't directly north of you is that Summit Hospital Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think we did one. I think that's the reason, man. It's blocking you. Very good. That was Michael in Belchire. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. You say you could not hear Steve, though, right?
No, not even a squelch break. Sometimes I can hear a word or two, and sometimes I can hear a squelch break, but I didn't hear anything tonight.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, it's not great, but anyway, Alan, what were you saying? Yo, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, I was just commenting on Carlos' signal. It's probably the equivalent of minus something like 50 to 55 dBm. So it's easily about 7 over 9.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's doing well to me, but obviously his receive isn't as good. I mean, it's interesting that like Rick could hear him, but not vice versa.
Oh yeah. Well, Paul never fails. As many radios as I service and get on a weekly basis now, you won't believe. Probably out of 100, 5 to 6 may be within the factory specs. The rest of them are so far out on sensitivity, so it doesn't surprise me.
Very good. Well, very good. We got Alan in here. That's not a rare occasion, but he's usually busy on the evenings. That's Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie. He's in Donaldson. Anybody else? Who else is west?
KG4 CXC, Chris McCall. Sierra Delta, David and Delta.
Okay. I got too many there in a row. I got what I got? Chris. That's who I got there. Chris with the fine dual indoor antenna situation. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. How are you? I know you couldn't cop Ashland City, could you?
No, I don't think I've ever heard Rick on here, but I heard Richard, so that's generally a good indication when I can hear him. That's conditions right there.
Yeah, conditions been up and down recently, but because we had some trouble with Richard. I mean, Ashland City signals a while ago. I forget whether it was last night or the night before that. Yeah, very good. Very good. That's Chris in Donaldson with his two indoor antennas. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo. I say two, one for 2 meter, and he's got another one that's kind of a loop for 6 meter and 10 meter. Who was who was the Sierra Delta station? I heard that. That's all I heard.
Kilo Oscar 4, Hotel Sierra Delta, David in Bellevue.
Ah, very good, David. Got you in there. That's all I caught was the Sierra Delta, so I wasn't sure who it was. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. I was just going to comment that I had been able to hear Carlos. I don't know if he can pick up my transmission on his end. We've got the, I guess, the same antenna, so just kind of curious.
Carlos, were you copying that last station?
Yes, I can copy David. I got him at 8 on my end.
Yeah, that's interesting from Bellevue. So it's interesting the terrain issues between Bellevue and him and Carlos are good, and but there's other stations that he can't copy. That's fascinating. Yeah, very good. So you've got a real good copy. You said, what did you say you had him on, S8?
Yes, sir. At 8.
Oh, wow, that's terrific. And your signal is good into here, of course, for Bellevue. And I remember which antenna you've got the. I forget what it is now.
I ended up going with the Comet GP1.
Oh yeah, no, it's a nice antenna. It's like, well, Carlos was picking the GP1 because that's what fits in his antenna. I mean, it fits in his attic.
Yeah, I thought I might be able to squeeze in the GP3, but I wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you might have heard me say I had a 96-inch Super J pole in my attic, and it wouldn't fit either. So it was about 80 degrees. You know, it was about 10 degrees off center because I had to lean it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, I'm just glad. It's still sitting out in the garage. I'm not using it anymore in case somebody wants a Super J pole. Very good. That was David in Bellevue. Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Sierra Delta. Who else is west?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Ah, very good, Don. Tell me you could hear Carlos.
I could hear Carlos out here. Yeah, it was S2 to S3 at times. That was with the preamp on, but still, I can pick him out.
Carlos, you're getting over there to Bon Aqua.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to hear him. I'm on the YouTube channel to kind of compare, and I heard that he heard me, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I got you. Well, again, you're just going to have a retractable roof.
Yes, sir. I'm going to start working on that.
I know. It sounds like an idea. Anyway, I wouldn't do that, though. Wouldn't be good for the value of the home.
As long as I'm able to hear everybody, I don't care.
Oh, no, I understand. Very good. How you doing, Don?
Pretty good. Just sitting here. My company all finally went home, so got a quiet house again. And I actually worked a station in Germany who had a pneumatic telescopic mast built into his roof, and his antennas laid flat kind of on the side. And then at night when he wanted to use them or whatever, he would just hit the little air pump and would pump the mast up to full height, like 40 feet.
Yeah, I've often wondered why somebody doesn't sell one of those, on a manufactured basis.
Well, they do. They sell for the broadcast TV events, and they're really expensive.
Yeah, but it seems you could get one for light duty, for ham use.
Well, they make the ones that pull up and down with pulleys. The U.S. Tower makes a couple of them. They're still on the pricey side. They're not as much as the pneumatic ones. They're like, they just to get your foot in the door is like $20,000 for the broadcast ones. But U.S. Towers makes one telescoping mast that go up and down with a pulley, and the rotor sits at the base of the whole assembly.
Yeah, I have seen that. You're right. But I have actually thought it would be kind of a neat thing to do. But it'd be tough to get. You'd have to have something pretty rigid for pneumatically to get something up 40, 50 feet.
They make them. The broadcast guys use them, but you got to make them for affordability for ham radio. I don't think the engineering lends itself to that kind of duty, right?
I don't know. We could just steal a truck.
You first. I'll be right behind you.
All right, very good. That was Don in Bon Aqua. November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Who else is west?
KG4 LB, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, Jack. I know you can copy everybody.
I've got Carlos at full scale and Rick at full scale.
Oh, Richard over there in Rick over there in Ashland City.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know who you were talking about. I didn't figure you'd catch him full scale.
I've always got a good signal on Rick.
That's awesome. Tell me again the antenna you're using.
I've got the Diamond D2000.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about. I forgot about that. Yeah, no. How high up is it?
Oh, maybe 20, 25 feet.
Yeah. See, it doesn't take. It doesn't take. And you're in Donaldson. It's not exactly the, the elevation capital of Davidson County.
Well, I'm kind of on a ridge, kind of over the river.
Yeah, but I don't know, what is the elevation? Do you remember?
565.
Yeah, that's 120 feet lower than me.
Well, I get out okay.
Oh yeah, no, I know you do. You do fine to me, and obviously you're hearing people. You might hear people over to the west better than me in some cases.
Well, now I can hear Bowling Green, but not well enough to speak to them.
Huh. Yeah, see how funny that is. Mike in Belshire, he's got that X700. He can't hear.
Question.
Go ahead. Question.
What part of Donaldson's he in?
I'm on the town side. I'm really close to Spence Lane and Lebanon Road, so I'm not really into Donaldson because I'm on this side of the creek.
I'm unable to tell what he's saying. I've got a decent signal on it, but the noise I've got over here that I can't do anything about is knocking out his audio. What did he say, Paul?
Oh, I don't know. I ignored it because I figured you could hear it. Well, Jack, what is the closest cross streets there, Jack?
Spence Lane and Lebanon Road.
Spence Lane and Lebanon Road.
Okay. He's up on a hill, if that's where he's at. He's in a low spot at all. But carry on, KI4SIB.
Yeah, he says he's got a little bit of a ridge over the river. Well, not over the river, but overlooking the river, kind of. Anyway, that was Jack in the Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else west? Down to the south.
Hey, Paul.
Yo, Michael.
Charles is trying to check in from Ashland City.
Charles, you out there? I got nothing. Can you hear him?
No, but I'm watching the live feed.
W142.
You copying him there, Jeff?
He's scratchy. He stays in Ashland City. That's all I could get, but he's kind of scratchy. I could hear Rick just fine.
Yeah, he must be on his 5 watts, and the conditions must be poor from up there up in his part of Ashland City or Jolton. I'm not sure exactly where he is. See, I'm not even watching the display. That's funny. Anyway, try it again, Charles. I don't know. I get nothing.
I can just hear a squelch break. Hang on a minute. I'm going to try to get him. Come back. I'm in Ashland City as well. Maplewood Road. Are you near Jolton or are you close to Ashland City? Roger that. I'm trying to relay. Mike? Go. He's off Bear Wallow Road, close to Jolton in Ashland City. Okay, Paul, did you copy that?
Yeah, I didn't catch. I don't know the locations there, but he's closer to Jolton.
Yeah, he's really closer to Jolton than Ashland City.
Oh, he's just trying to make himself look good by saying he's in Ashland City.
Well, I think the area he's in is considered Ashland City, but I think he's closer to Jolton than to downtown Ashland City, I believe.
I got you. Is Jolton like the ghetto compared to Ashland City?
No, I don't think so.
No, no, I'm joking. Obviously, I've only been up in that area once. I think up in that general area, once or twice. I've been driven through it anyway. All right, very good. I do have Charles in there. He's apparently closer, somewhere between Jolton and Ashland City. Kilo Golf 4, Sierra, Foxtrot. I had to be taken as a relay if anybody else could hear him, but I think it was a little rough. Anyway, who else is west or south?
November 8th, no underwear time. And WY4G.
Oh boy, had to come up with that strange phoneticism, did you there, Carl?
Yeah, you know, you got to try all kinds.
I'll have to work on that one myself. I don't know what a good one is. Carl, did you decide? Did you have a net tonight?
Yeah, this was the last of the single net, which was DMR tonight, which I actually got Carlos from Hendersonville. I don't know if he was on the HT or what, but I heard him a couple of times on DMR.
Ah, very good. Very good. Yeah, but again, he's working with an in the attic antenna.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I guess we'll do all three of them starting at 7:30 next week.
Yeah, I think that'll do the trick. I mean, rather than spread it out, I guess that was my thought.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
But it wouldn't surprise me that over time that each of those, or one or some of them, or all of them, would increase in traffic. So you might want to, I don't know, pick a different night or make for a different time, or you know what I mean. I don't know what you'll have to adjust. I think.
Right. And next week, I think I'll just make a quick announcement on this frequency on analog, so that if you only have one of those modes, you're not listening to a whole bunch of static till your mode pops up.
Right. Yeah, just let me know what you're going to do so I can announce. But next Saturday is going to be all three of the nets together.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, sounds good. Well, you jumped right into feet first on that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Very good. That's Carl. He is in Franklin, November 8, November Uniform Tango, and he was just also saying that they did their DMR net tonight as a standalone net at 7:45, and next week is going to be doing DMR, D-Star, and Fusion, the ASU Fusion, at 7:30 Saturday night. Subject to change as the traffic increases. Anyway, we had who do we have? Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf.
Yeah, I was WY4G. I was just trying to check in on the west, but everyone else. I was just trying to be courteous and not double with anyone, but nothing going on, mate. Just business as usual.
Yeah. So what did the doctor say, or you didn't see him yet?
Oh, I did. I got my stitches out Monday, and I went back to work Tuesday, and I'm still dealing with some pain and everything. Of course, it's normal with post surgery, but I'm pretty much I'm about 80%, I guess.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to see you're back to work. Yeah, even work is good if it keeps you out anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it just get me out of the house, and I just did my part-time job today, and on my feet a little bit more than what I should have been, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, do they have you soak your feet or something?
No, I told me put ice on it, but it's just I don't need to even really do that. It's just typical post-surgical stuff you go through. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. I've had those problems as well. Well, very good. Not those particular ones, but post-surgical stuff. Anyway, that's Jeff. He's in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Who else is west? West or south?
KF4, KFQ.
All right, we got Tony jumping right in there. How about you, Tony? Could you hear Carlos up there in Hendersonville?
No, I cannot.
Well, I'm not too shocked, really. Carlos, are you copying? Of course, that's that problem. Going north is the problematic one for you, isn't it? North, northeast.
I copy him. I got him about S4, S5 on me.
Ah, so he's copying you, Tony, up there in Hendersonville. That's S4, S5.
Well, I heard him that time, so I guess maybe he's holding his mouth right, or he's raising one arm when he's transmitting or something.
Opened up the vents in the end of his roof.
Well, we, every now and then, it's like, when we do the SantaNet, we ask the mayor to open the dome.
That's right. Very good. That was Tony, and Tony's in Smyrna. It's Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec, who had a very successful SantaNet on just, 9 or 10 days ago. with about 90 something views on YouTube, and we don't know how many people were listening otherwise, but had a good response, didn't we, Tony?
Yep. Hope, I always say if I get one, we do good. So we did good.
Yeah, listen, if the networks call, just let me know. I need a piece of that action, you know?
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath. But anyway, KF4, KFQ.
Very good. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ in Smyrna. Who else is Sal?
PY.
Well, I did hear PPY. Rusty. Well, I'll take you next. How about K4? What is K4 PPY? It's not K4 PPY, is it? It's November. Let me get my story straight here. November 9 PPY or November 8 PPY? I forget.
N8 PPY.
Yeah, November 8. Right. N.
There you go. Nappy.
Yeah, very good. Everything well, Rusty?
Well, I'm not well. I fell on the wrong side of the quick test for COVID that was negative, and they called me this morning and said that, or the that day said, well, the other one was positive. So I'm wearing scarlet letter and shouting unclean when I leave the room.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I told my wife that if that happened to me, I said, just stick me in the spare room and just slide food under the door.
Yeah, I've got, it's funny, when I walk out of the room, of course, I'm trying to isolate as much as I can, but when I do have to walk out of the room, my wife starts, grabbing for her mask.
Yeah, I know. That's too bad. So you're gonna how long do you have to self-isolate?
Till Friday. That's next Friday. She said 10 days from the onset of symptoms, which was Tuesday.
Have you had any symptoms?
Nothing really bad. I ran a little fever, had a drainage and cough, which is much better now. No fever now. Haven't had any respiratory or gastric disturbances, and the main one is just I really get fatigued and feel energy drain or whatever. But other than that, a little soreness. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well.
Brings an interesting point up, because every time in my life I've had the flu, it was horrible. But yet people with this, many people, it isn't horrible.
No, this has definitely not been as horrible as the pneumonia I had in December of 2019.
That's what I'm getting. It's weird. I mean, it's funny how this is a very terrible process for some people, yet others it's very minor. And I've never had a minor flu. Either I had it full blast or it passed me by.
Yeah, I was talking to Miriam's grandson, Austin, today, checking up on him, and he said that he and Marie had both tested positive. He is asymptomatic, not having anything, and Marie had a dry mouth, and that was it.
Oh boy, isn't that strange? What a strange man. This is gonna go down in history as one of the weirdest viruses ever.
Yeah. Last year will go down as one of the strangest years, but 10 years from now we'll reach in a coat pocket and pull out a mask and go, oh my gosh, I remember that.
No, they're gonna really in the future. You're gonna walk up to somebody who's 20, 10 years from now, or 20, maybe 20 years from now, and you'll walk up to somebody and they're 20 because they were born this year, and you're gonna stick out your hand and they go, "What's the hand for?"
Yeah, you're right, Paul. But anyway, I know you need to get on. Good to talk to y'all, and we will talk to you later. NAPPY.
Yeah, very good. That was Rusty, November 8th, Papa Yankee, holed up in Murfreesboro due to a positive test on COVID. And hope you get better, and hope it doesn't get any worse. Let's put it that way. Who else is Sal? Oh man, it was a quadruple, I think, in there. Eddie, you doing all right? I'm not sure if that was somebody off frequency or that was a perfect double. Which did I W4EBX? Is that Eddie? Are you in there? Eddie, that's the worst voice I've ever heard in my life on the radio. What are you doing?
He's trying to use that Bluetooth through the floor of the house. He's upstairs. There's a radio downstairs. Richard, you're blowing me out.
He's on 405.
Eddie, you're on 405. You need to be on 415. Better run down and fix your radio. Sounded like he was trying to talk through a hat. All right, there was somebody else, and who else was in there besides Distorted Eddie?
That was Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
All right, you sound great tonight, Larry. Everything well?
Doing good down here. I can't believe Eddie got me, though.
Well, Eddie's got a strong signal, but a really bad audio and off frequency. Other than that, he was doing great.
Oh, I had Carlos, too.
Oh, you did copy Carlos down. Did you hear that, Carlos? You're down there in Rockvale.
That's awesome. Unfortunately, I can't hear him. I'm just listening here on YouTube.
Yeah, and he has a great signal here coming up in this direction. So, yeah, it's that stinking roof you got.
Yep, I'm gathering all the data.
Okay, so you're going to take that to the powers that be and say, I got to put it outside. It's mandatory.
I got to justify it, man. I got to justify it.
That's right. Anyway, we had Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockvale. Who else was in there?
W0GZR, Mark in Nashville.
All right, I had somebody besides Mark in Nashville, but you doing all right, Mark?
Doing swell, Paul.
Yeah, you were noticed by your absence on the last net.
Yeah, I was here Wednesday.
Was it another net you missed? Was it? Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking of the one net before that. I don't know. I thought you were missing from one of them.
Yeah, I missed the 23rd and last Sunday, both.
Ah, okay, very good. Well, you can't make them all. I mention it only because it's the only thing I obviously don't remember well. But it's hard for me to remember everybody that checks in. Obviously, when we have 30 or 40 people, but some people I do notice more than others. So everything's well on your end, though.
Yeah, and it's nice to be missed, Paul. Thank you.
Well, it is. I mean, some people. Well, let's put it this way. Some people I miss more than others. When I say that, I mean clinically I miss, on the air. I just miss them because it takes a while for me to get acclimated to somebody I've never met. And not that you're different than anybody. I mean, you are, but you know what I'm saying? So when I've met somebody at one of the breakfasts and I talk to them for a while and I get to talk to them on the air, maybe off of the net, then I almost feel like I know them better. So it's like embedded in my brain at that point, who they are.
Yeah, and I've met you twice. Once at the NARC breakfast and another time over there at the Hamfest in Lebanon.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, no, it's just funny how you well, it's like anything else. I mean, I saw enough people when I worked for a living in sales and marketing and project management. I would go somewhere in the mall or I'd be in an airport in Atlanta, and I'd see somebody and I'd look at him and I knew him. I was like, where the heck do I know that person from? It looks familiar. And I was embarrassed to go up and talk to him because I got to think about this for a minute. I'd be checking my my roster in my book, in my phone to see who the heck they were.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I heard Carlos just fine here. Nothing on my S meter, but I could copy him quite well.
Yeah, very good. You must be in the angle of his the end, what do you call it? The soffit. What do you call it? The side of it doesn't have a roof. What do you call that? Soffit? No. What do you call that?
I have no idea. But by the way, I'm 636 feet above. That's my elevation.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Nope. I used to live in 1,000 feet. Missed that.
Yeah. I'm glad nobody here used to live in Denver.
That's where it would be fun to have a
I don't know. You know what they say? If it's something's real easy, you know, even women and children can do it.
That's true.
You don't want to say that too often in public. Anyway, that's Mark in Nashville. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is south or west?
4VX.
Are you back on frequency and a real push to talk button?
I was on 405. I was on the wrong band, but I made it back. I did have to come down and get on the main channel.
All right, very good. I got you in there, Eddie. It sounded hilarious because I knew it was you, but I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand anything you said.
Oh man. Okay, well, got the problem solved, and thanks for doing the net. W4VX.
Yeah, very good. That was Eddie back on frequency. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray in Gladeville. Anybody else south?
K4TYJ.
Tell me you heard Carlos in Hendersonville. Jim?
No, I wasn't pointing that way. I didn't hear him.
Well, he would be pretty much northeast of me. So that would not be, you'd be pointed away from him if you're pointing at me.
I had the antenna pointed more north than northwest, so no, I didn't hear him.
I'm just curious. You'd be in a, well, if he wasn't inside his attic, you could probably hear him.
More than likely, I'm thinking. But yeah, and conditions have a little bit to do with it. And I am on the outer regions of the net, so yeah, I wish I could have. I wish I could have heard him.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, no, you've got a good signal in here tonight.
Well, thank you, sir. And so does most people I hear. Sounding good over here in Woodbury. All right, let you get back to that. Doing a good job at KE4TYJ.
Yeah, very good. That was Jim in Woodbury, and that's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he was about bumping up over 30 over. He's got a beam down there in Woodbury, and it's an excellent, well, reasonably excellent elevation, but he's still on the fringe. Anyway, that's why he's got a beam pointed in this direction. Who else is south?
Kilo 4, Oscar Fox, Oscar.
All right, Donnie, you doing well? Yeah, you actually doubled, and I say doubled. You checked in, but when he called back for you on that net Thursday night, you weren't there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Apologize for that. Yeah, I couldn't hear Steve audible tonight, but I knew he was there, and then I couldn't. Justin was the only other one I couldn't hear up there.
Well, you heard me say it. He was three. The Mount Juliet check-ins were half of the check-ins.
Yeah, I heard Richard check in, heard you check in, and then I heard some other people, but I was doing something else, and I didn't write the call signs down.
Oh, no, I understand. Anyway, that's Donnie in Hermitage, south of me, about 5 miles. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. We were just talking about checking into that Bowling Green net, which he was heard definitely by Bowling Green. Who else is south? Over to the east.
4LLC.
Oh, what's that? What's the call again? Hit me again with your call.
November 4, Lima Charlie.
Ah, very good. November 4, Lima Charlie. You must be on your handheld.
Yes, sir, I am, but I've got the I'm in a different location tonight where I can usually get it really well, but I'm really now starting to hear some things haven't heard before, including Eddie, who was off frequency.
Yeah, he was really off frequency, wasn't he?
Well, but I can still hear him. I can hear like a little pitter patter voice down in the static.
Yeah, very good. By the way, that's Logan. He's over there in Lebanon. November 4, Lima Charlie. Do you have a birthday yet, or are you still 13?
I'm still 13. That's not till April.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Are you still on 5 watts there?
7.
No, that's right, 7. The big 7 watts. All right, very good. That's November 4, Lima Charlie, and that's Logan, and he is in Lebanon. I think he's probably our youngest check-in so far, for a while, at least for a long time. All right, who else is east?
Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Good evening, y'all.
You know, really surprisingly, you and your wife sound exactly the same.
Ain't that
They say that people who are married a long time start to sound and look like each other.
Yeah. Bless her heart, she sounded like me. She's in trouble.
No, you got a good voice. Don't kid yourself, Richard. Well, very good. Everything you're hearing most people tonight?
I am. I wish I could hear Rusty over in Murfreesboro, but that's something. And I'm looking forward to where I can hear Rick in Ashland City. And there's going to be a change made in this station in the next few weeks when the dadgum weather breaks. I'm determined to get this thing another 10 foot in the air, but lips to Pope. I mean, I'm tired of this noise and garbage I'm having to deal with. I don't know that I'll get away from all the noise, but I'm going to try anyway. But yeah, it's going up another 10 foot.
Who was just checking in?
Comment.
Who was the comment? Richard?
Rick in Ashland City. I can hear Richard fine, but don't forget. I don't know. You hear somebody up beside me? My beam will be up.
Yeah, that was Rick in Ashland City. Just he was mentioning his beam will be up shortly. And are you copying Richard tonight?
Like a champ.
See, Rick is copying you, Richard, and he says like a champ.
Well, that's unacceptable for me. For him to hear me and me not to hear him, because he's not even scratching the surface over here on me.
Okay, don't tell anybody. Here's what we're gonna do. Me and you are gonna get together. We're gonna find a crane service. You can put up, just park over next to you and put an antenna up on it, and have them put that crane up all the way, and then we'll think everybody you've got a new 100-foot mast.
That would work for me.
As long as you pay the driver, the fee for a crane like that's pretty big.
I wish I could afford seriously to get one of those cherry picker deals for about $300 a day one time. That's all it takes, one time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, we got to take what we can get though, or we go broke. One of the two.
Right. Y'all carry on. Thank you for what you do, Paul. Appreciate it. Take care. Talk to you when we can. KIOS, I'll be back to net.
Very good. You can hear, for anybody who's new to this, you can hear how people are striving to do better. And it's kind of humorous because we have fun with the whole thing. And that was Richard, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and his wife is there, Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo, and they're just west of downtown Lebanon. Who else is east?
KE4TWI.
Hey, what's going on, Wes?
Doing good. I'm on HT tonight, but I'm at elevation. I'm out here at my dad's place on the ridge. Everything except for Ashland City and the Papa Yankee station. Everybody else I've heard. I've been weak, but I got them.
Ah, cool. But you're at your dad's place.
Yeah, I'm looking down at City 11 right now, so I've got great elevation here.
Oh yeah, and I remember where you're telling me. That was Wes. He's over there in the other side. Is that southeast of Lebanon?
Yeah, southeast 11. HT 5 watts. KE4TW.
HT 5 watts, just southeast of Lebanon from a high point. It's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is south? East.
KK4JZI, John and Mount Juliet.
Hey, John, you doing well?
Yeah, we're doing well. We were up in Mont Eagle last night, and while I was up there, I decided to see how many of the Nashville area repeaters I could hit from up there. About the only one I could hit from the smokehouse up there was the 146-910 repeater. I think that's somewhere around Murfreesboro.
The 910 is near Woodbury, is it not, Jim? Or maybe Jim stepped away. It's down there in Rutherford County, I believe.
Short Mountain.
Yeah, Short Mountain. And isn't that in Rutherford County?
Cannon County.
I'm sorry, Cannon County. My mistake.
Yeah, I hear that repeater all the time, but I was never really sure where it was.
Yeah, Cannon County on Short Mountain. It's got obviously a great elevation due to the physical location as well as it's on the tower. So, yeah, there is a fellow who over there. Well, he's farther over. He's over there in Chattanooga. There's a station. If conditions are good, we can talk to him on FM from here. So he's also got a fire tower.
Yeah, well, that helps.
Yeah, it certainly does. Well, very good, John. Everything else going well for you? Yeah, it's fun to try those kind of things, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I hear some of those stations from those faraway places once in a while, so nice to see what you can get your signal out from up there.
Hey, hold on, John. I heard somebody breaking the squelch there, and I could hear a voice. Who is that, Ed? Can anybody else copy that station? And come again, please. Heard a very weak station in there. I thought he said Nashville, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I heard Nashville too.
One more time, I'll ask. Is there somebody out there who's trying to check in? Very weak station.
Bravo 5.
All right, I heard it. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo something. One more time on the letters. Well, a lot of picket fencing, and so I can hear you in there, but I can't make out what your call was. Let's try it again, please.
Echo Charlie Victor Stroke Mobile.
Ah, very good. Echo Charlie Victor. Yeah, obviously mobile. Yeah, I got you in there. Sounds good. What did he say where he was?
There was two transmissions. The mobile station, try again, and the other gentleman asking or acknowledging, I will acknowledge it, your transmitter is working here on 415 Simplex. The radio check is acknowledged.
He's on I-24 south, headed home from work.
Ah, very good. Yeah, that was Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor Larry. He's normally in Murfreesboro. Well, at least we got some copy on him. I'm not sure the distance there, but sounds good. Good to have you in there, Larry.
Yeah, thank you, George. Just quarter wave 25 watts. I guess that quarter wave is
Come see us. We'll get you a 5/8 wave trunk mount, custom made. You'll love it.
Well, I got one. I just took it off because around on the top of the vehicle too much. This way it stays lower profile with quarter wave.
Raj.
All right, very good. We need to move on. Larry, good to have you in there. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie.
February 5th or something. It doesn't matter what the exact date is, but I want to know if anybody is. I know they do a lottery, but I want to know if anybody has ever done it and when to send in the app, like the night before, the day of, early. Does it matter? Maybe you can do it a week after, because I know they don't do the drawing like the day of. They do it maybe a month later or something. But I was just wondering if anybody's ever applied for a vanity that was not available till a certain date. And I guess they can come back to me after the net's over. Anyway, back to that W9BOQ.
All right, well, let's do this. Maybe somebody wants to reply to your email, which is, it's your call, but I don't remember what the suffix is.
Dennis? Yeah. W4EAC. I'd help a lot of guys that help get their license. Here's your best bet. Notify W5YI out of Texas. Tell them what you want to do, and they'll do all the paperwork and all the legwork for you. You just sit back, and they'll send you a text and or email. There'll be a little currency involved, but they'll do all the looking for you. Whatever you apply for, whether it's one, you're always going to want at least 3 call signs, your favorite, number 2, and number 3.
Well, the only thing is if I don't get my favorite, I don't want 2 or 3, but I wonder if you can still make that decision after. There's just one that is really interesting to me that I really want to get. I'll even say what it is. It'll probably get 10 more guys to go to it, but it's W4US. I just think that's a cool call sign having the US in it, and the 4 will change it to my location. Anyway, I just thought that was a cool call sign, W4US. The guy, the Silent Key is from around here somewhere, and he must be gone 2 years probably, but I think that's a cool call sign.
Yeah, it is. I don't know I don't know if W5YI can make it happen any better than you could, because if there's going to be, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more than one person looking for them.
But W5YI, They're a great bunch of guys. They've been around for as long as I have in the hobby, and they do a wonderful job.
I'll try it. I'll send them an email right now. But I know they do a lottery, and there's probably going to be 100 guys, 200 guys applying for that call sign. So I probably won't get it, but I'm going to give it a shot. But anyway, I know the net's long, so I'll step out. W9BOQ.
Quickie.
Yeah, go ahead, quickie.
And don't forget to include your $35. The new license fee is already in effect.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well. I often thought why they were doing it for free all along. I mean, they had to pay somebody to do all the paperwork, and it really shouldn't be covered under our taxes. I wouldn't think. I don't know. I have no problem paying it.
I guess they figured we were all welfare quality.
Yeah, well, after we buy all our radios, we are.
I don't know what they thought. You're right, though. Why would it be free? It just does seem kind of silly, doesn't it? Anyway, that was Dennis, and he's in Castellian Springs, trying to get a 1x2 call. I don't know what the best way to do that when there's a real high demand. You know, if you actually, let's say you didn't get the one you wanted and you had the second and third choice, then you'd be spending $35 to get a call you didn't want, and then you change it back to BOQ. It would cost you $70.
Exactly. If I don't get that one, I probably don't want a 1x2. I'm partial to my own call because it's the same one I've had since I was a kid, but I just thought W4US was pretty special, really.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's like you said, it's the identifier to where you are.
Yep. Yeah, that's why the 4 is cool too. Anyway, I just thought maybe somebody had done it before. Because I actually sent in the paperwork last month thinking you could do it anytime, and then I got a really nice call on the phone, believe it or not, because my phone number was in the email, and a nice lady from the FCC called me back, and she explained that I had to do it after, but she didn't give me a whole bunch of details, but she said I had to wait till it actually became available, and then there's a lottery. That's all she told me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know that's hard to get some of those. Obviously, all of the 1x2s are hard to get. You know, it's literally you're waiting for somebody to die.
Yeah, there aren't many, and most of them are tongue twisters or B, Bravo Delta or Victor Bravo, those kind that you can't. Nobody can get them right. Even my BOQ, everybody thinks it's BLQ all the time.
That's why you got to do it phonetically.
Roger. Well, have a good night. W9BOQ.
All right, Dennis, good to hear from you. Good luck on getting your the call you want, man. That's cool. My old calls are available if you want them, but I don't think you want them. Who else? That's by the way, Castellian Springs, Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. That was Dennis. Who else is east or north?
N4JAV, Alan 11.
KO4KAJ, name is Seth, northwest of the Georgia Ghetto in Pleasant View.
Ah, very good. What was the rest of that call, Seth?
Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet.
Yeah, that's a kind of a twister for my brain to write down. Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet. Do I have that correct?
That is correct.
Ah, very good. And that's Seth and like between Joelton and Pleasant View. Is that what you said?
I'm actually in Pleasant View. Just right on the edge of the city limits.
Yeah, very good. Well, you sound good. You sound good. What kind of antenna do you use up there, Seth?
It's a Jetstream, what is it, a JT36, I think that's what I got. And FM 300.
Ah, very good. Well, you're doing a good job here from Pleasant View.
Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good day.
Very good. That was Seth in Pleasant View. Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet. Name is Seth. And I heard Alan in there too. November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Pretty good. Everybody there good?
Oh yeah, I think so. So far, except for Rusty, who's got COVID and he's holed up down in Murfreesboro.
Well, we're kind of isolating here because my dad may have it, but we're not sure yet.
Yeah, this would have been a tough one for us if my mother and my mother-in-law lived with us for 3 years, and they passed away last. Yeah, it was May of last year. I'm not saying I'm glad they're gone, but it would have been a rough. It being I'm 92 and 95, that would have been a rough stress to go through.
Yeah, my wife's having to go through that too with her mother and aunt. They're both on up there. We're having to be very careful. Here we are isolating now.
Yeah, well, let's hope everything goes well in that regard. Anyway, Alan, you're in Lebanon, right?
That's right. A little bit further east than, or a little bit further west than Richmond. No, I'm sorry. I was right the first time. A little further east than Richmond.
Yeah, that's right. I do the same thing. You know, it's funny to me how you get, I know I can, even in spite of the fact I have reasonable good orientation, I can get turned around and I'll get my east and west backwards. And I go, because if somebody says, where are you from Nashville? And I go, let's see, Nashville's west of me. Well, I'm east of Nashville. That's where I am.
I do the same thing.
It's funny. It's funny how you do that. Anyway, that was Alan in Lebanon, November 4th, Juliet Alpha Victor. Who else is any place, anywhere, including East?
KE4DEZ.
Hey, Earl, KE4DEZ, Earl. How are you? You sound pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it's conditions are conditioning pretty well over here, and compared to what it was earlier today.
Well, you know, with the fee went up to $35, I think that's the reason the conditions got better because we're paying more.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that memo. I guess you have to charge me.
Now, renewals for your ham call is going up to $35. If you want a vanity, it's $35. If you get a new call, it's $35. You get a renewals, $35. So now you figure you can about 70,000. Yeah, about 70,000 people will be renewing every year. So that's 70,000 times $35 that the FCC is going to get that they didn't get before.
Is that a yearly thing now? I guess I need to investigate that, or do I still got the time remaining on my current license?
No, it won't be $35 until you renew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard talk of that and everything. That's about twice the price, and then for the newbies, they got a price of the test going. I guess it's going up too, isn't it, or is it remaining the same? What is it now? $10, $15?
Well, it depends upon who's giving the test. They don't have to charge anything, but they normally charge for just the routine services of the gas and paperwork, and you can't really charge for the labor, so they usually charge $15 or $12 or $14.
No, okay. Well, it's like everybody else. I guess they gotta get your donations somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they wanted $50, I think, to go. That's what they were trying to get, was $50 for the test. By the way, they changed the license fee for the GMRS to $35, which cut their rate by half.
Next thing you know, they're going to start charging to get registered for that DMR and D-Star and all that other numbers going on.
Yeah, don't give them any ideas. Very good, Earl. You sound great. KE4DEZ, Earl in Noreen, just east of the Cedars of Lebanon. Who else is anywhere?
KR4AZ.
Hey, there you go. I heard you on here earlier. Were you talking to somebody, or did I heard your call out here? Tim?
I was on 146520 earlier today.
No, I think I heard you say QSY, but I didn't understand because I was doing something else.
Okay. That might have been. I might have hit this thing here thinking I was on Murfreesboro repeater going back to, I was going to 146.52, and I might have keyed it up before I changed it to it. Who knows?
And we don't have any rules but it's just bad etiquette to be talking on a repeater when you're not here.
Well, it's a tool in the toolbox, my friend, and that's the only way I can talk to this young man. Well, no, after you got his radio hooked up, right? He's able to do Simplex here in Murfreesboro, so he's all right.
No, I understand. I'm just kidding, of course. It's not like I don't get on repeaters periodically. No, it is. Repeaters are an excellent tool, actually, just because there are occasions you can't possibly talk to the person, especially when they're traveling through the area and you want to keep up a conversation and they're traveling, going 60 miles an hour, going east or west or north or south, and you want to keep up the conversation. You can't very well do that simplex. Beyond, even for me, beyond 50 miles, that's it.
Yeah, you got a good station, though. I was telling him about yours. Trying to get it. I got to maybe help him with an antenna. He got one in the attic, but I don't think he'd. I talked to him pretty good, but we're not that far apart, so he's going to try to get him something else going. All right, Paul, I'll let you get back at it. Sure appreciate everything you're doing, and we'll talk to you guys later. KR4AZ clear.
Yeah, very good, Tim. That was Tim in Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. I was trying to give him a hard time about mentioning a repeater here, but it's all part of the whole bag of tricks we have in him right now. I wouldn't complain if he was talking moon bounce or meteor scatter. That wouldn't matter. All right, who else? Anybody else late checking?
J4JJY.
I heard JJY, but hold on one second. I had Stan in there first. It was Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo. Everything well, Stan?
Doing talk, so.
Oh, I don't know if I could be any better, really. As old as I say as old as I am, at 70, almost 72, I feel like I'm blessed to be in reasonably good shape.
That's a good deal, Paul.
Yeah, very good. Hope you're doing well, Stan. That was Stan. He's over in north of downtown Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo. The JJY, is that, no, that can't be JJY down there in the south of me, is it?
Yes, it are. I have returned.
Oh, man, give me the first part of your call. I forgot what it is.
Well, I forgot just it's Whiskey 804 Japanese Junkyard.
Yeah, I was wondering where you went. Donnie, I thought Donnie was going to check in on you or something. You doing okay?
Yeah, I just been moving the shack around after the wife passed away, and I've been with my back.
I got traffic for you.
So much. It's just just a little time I get to move anything that I can.
Hold on one second. Alan, are you able to copy him?
Oh, yeah, I can copy Mr. Justin. Hey, it's Alan, W4EAC. I've got some service manuals and stuff that you like to bring over. And so, I don't know what you're scheduled for tomorrow before the ball game. I'll be at a church by 12.
Okay, well, the ball game usually off about, I think 3 or 3:30 each time, around that.
Okay, let me try to head in your direction somewhere between 12:30 and 1:30 QSL.
Yeah, that'll work fine.
By the way, I listened for you. I was over at PCD and Edmund said hello to you, but I was over his house. We set some duplexers. I tried to call you over on Frank's 975, but I didn't get you at all. So if you still hang out, let me know.
Well, that's another problem I got to get going. If you see who you get over here and see this room, you'll see I've got equipment to get on, but just one of those deals. Oh, one thing to say about the guy that wanted to call the trick. The deal. Only thing I deal that I think did they say the guy used to be around here. The W5 US.
That's what he said. He was pretty sure he was around here. The Whiskey 4 US, yeah.
Okay, well, go to his family and ask for his call. If somebody knows her or there's a trick, I've almost done it twice, and they said that helps a lot. If you go and ask her for her call, then send that in to the FCC. I'm not sure how much Dick said it hurts, but I almost started to try to get your calls, and that's what I was going to do. I was going to get W4JJY or a sister of mine that passed away, W4AOU. That's an old call, but
friend of mine beat me to it, but that he wrote. He knew his wife. Well, I did too, but they beat me to it. But that trick I heard is you know just send his wife and she sends them that she wants him to have the call.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've heard that too, but I don't know anybody who's been successful at it. You go by Jim as your first name, don't you?
No, go Eddie.
Okay, that's what I thought. It was throwing me a curve there. I was pretty sure. I was sure that I was looking at your name here on QRZ. I said, that's not the name I remember.
Listen, what's your call?
K4PEW. Well, Eddie, I'm glad you're doing well, and it's good to hear you on the air.
What's your call?
Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey.
Handle.
Paul. Papa Alpha Uniform Lima.
Oh, well. I had a couple of strokes a couple of years ago, and I just don't write stuff as fast as I used to. When I really got hacked off with the middle, I had got up to copying about 25 words and then down on CW. Now I'm lucky if I'm copying 10, but I'm going to get it back up. But like I say, that kind of hacks me off that I was getting way on up there pretty good.
Well, you sound like you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I am, but just, I get around good. You know, I go out, I don't know, this COVID deal, I only go with a couple of places. I go out to the Walton House over here on Hickory Hollow, and then to the grocery store and to the, pick up prescriptions, and that's all I go anymore. So I was used to being in the house anyway, so it didn't make no difference.
Yeah, sorry about you losing your wife.
Well, I appreciate it. It's been a year. I mean, Ballard, poof. I mean, it's been a year, a month of last month on the 20th. I mean, the 30th. I get it 30th on December a year ago. I mean, the year is gone. Poof.
Yeah, time does fly, doesn't it? All right, very good. That's Eddie, and you are in I forget, is it Antioch?
Well, just barely, Antioch. I'm behind a person breaks leg. I can walk down here a block, and I'm in Nashville.
Yeah, you try to avoid that, don't you?
Well, I know I would like to have to put Nashville on my cards, but I do put everything, buddy. I'll say close to Nashville.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, nobody knows where Antioch is. All right, well, very good. That's Eddie. He's in Antioch, Whiskey Alpha 4 Juliet Yankee, as he refers to it as Japanese junkyard. Hadn't heard from him in at least a year, so good to hear from him. Anybody else late check-ins, please come now. No lollygaggers, lurkers, or scanner, or let's see, lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers.
KB4 RSM, Glenn and Mount Juliet.
Well, you've been a stranger, haven't you?
Yeah, Paul, my schedule has not worked out to have me home Saturday evenings or Wednesday evenings lately. So I've come in just now and once again surprised that the net was still going. So thought I would check in.
Well, you're number 40.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Well, we had 43 a week or so ago. I think it was Christmas, the 23rd. I think we had 43. I think. I guess everybody was home. But yeah, well, listen, if you need me to write a note for you to get off those nights, let me know.
All right, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'll probably get you to do that.
You know, that would be pretty funny, really. I can send you a note, with my call sign and on my card, and you hand it to the boss. Say, listen, I got this guy who's writing a note for me because I really need to be off for these 2 nights, if you don't mind. You'd probably get a kick out of it, and then hopefully he wouldn't, mistreat you.
Yeah, I do. Get him fired.
I'm sure we can make it look really official.
I think it'd be pretty funny. How's your tower working out?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's doing okay, and I just got in and turned this one on and turned on 6 and saw that was having some good activity up to the northeast and into Canada. So I thought I might radio around a little bit this evening.
Yeah, very good. Well, obviously you're working a lot of overtime. Is that the deal, or you just have obligations in those nights?
Yeah, just some projects I've been working on.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know you had some other activities with church and work, so.
Yeah, exactly. So, but things from fourth quarter are starting to calm down, so that's good.
Did you say 6? You're on that 6?
Say that again, Eddie?
Did he say he was
I believe so. He was asking if you're on 6 meters there, Glenn.
Yes, I turned that on at the same time I did this and noticed that there was some activity going on, and the band was opening to the northeast a little bit, and I heard two Canadian stations coming in, and then I jumped over and saw FT8 was going wild. So yeah.
Well, I'm on which FT8 frequency are you on?
Well, just got finished being just doing some FT8 digital stuff, and right before that, I think where I heard the conversations going on was on 135.
Hey Eddie, we're going to be doing a 6 meter net in about 5 minutes.
Okay, what frequency are you? I'm over here listed on 53,313, but what's your on?
We're going to be doing 50.135.
Okay, 50.135. What frequency? What frequencies are you living on?
Well, that's where we're going to be right now, but I mean for the net in a few minutes, because we're going to do a 2 meter sideband on 144.240, 144.240 upper sideband, and then we're going to go to the 6 meter net. And if we don't do it now, we're going to be here till 10 o'clock.
Okay, right quick. What frequency are you using over there on the 8?
Glenn, I thought you were talking to Glenn.
Yeah, just what frequency was he on?
I don't know, Glenn, what frequency are we on in 6 meters?
It is 50.313 is where the FT8 digital stuff happens.
No, my antenna must be a little poor. I've just got a little I got all I've got is a 6 meter what do they call them, those folded antennas, and I hear some every now and then, but it's just about 10 foot off the ground. That's the only reason I'm there. I've got to work that up, but I worked a whole ton of it on low band. All right, I'll get out of the way. I'll get on that 6 meter frequency here in a minute. Flat band 150, 143, 144.
Yeah, 144, 240 for the upper sideband 2 meter. That was Eddie, Whiskey Alpha 4, Juliet Yankee, which we already covered. And then we had Glenn, who was a stranger for a while, Kilo Bravo 4, Romeo Sierra Mike, and he's over by 104 and I-40. Anybody else? Late check-in before we move on, and we do need to move on. But don't hesitate to check in if you have.
Oh, real quick question. Is it 144 or 144 444?
It's 144, 240 for the upper sideband on 2 meters.
Okay.
What was it? I think I heard Tim there.
Yeah, just a quick question. Did I hear you say that Rusty had the COVID?
Well, he's holed up with minor symptoms with the COVID, yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you get back at it. This stuff. Don't shoot him a text then. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. KR4AZ.
And I think you already heard about Marion and his wife.
Yes, sir. I heard he's doing better. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'm thankful. I'm amazed that I keep on hearing about these horror stories, which there have been some, and some people get away with just minor symptoms. Anyway, anybody else, please come in now. No more check-ins? No flat earthers or preppers or SDR donglers? All righty. We wrapped up with 40, which is another monster evening. I remember when we used to average 5. Okay, we're going to go right over, and I'm going to skip the buy, sell, swap, and swindle. If you have something to sell tonight, please put it on the site on groups.io. Gets out to 133 people, and so it's a great opportunity to do it there, bigger than it is here. So if you just make a quick list, throw it on there, and you'll get some replies. I'm pretty sure you will. Anyway. All right, we're going to go right over to 144.240. I'll be there momentarily. It's K4PEW QSY to 144.240 upper side.
Well, what do you say on 6 meters? I don't have nothing on 6 right now on 2 meters. What was the
50.135 on 6 meters. 50.135.
Okay, I'll catch you there then.
All right, we'll be there in a minute.
Still 35.
There we go. Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey on 144.240 upper side band. We'll start again from the north. Please come down.
KB9RKK.
KB9RKK. Of course, that's Frank. Who else north? Kilo Bravo. Now, who else is north? Please come down. Over the west. Please come down.
Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Mike in Belshire.
All right, very good, Michael and Fox in Belshire. Who else is west?
Sorry, did you do north?
No, but no, I started with north. Go ahead. BOQ, very good. That's Whiskey 9 BOQ. Got you in there, Dennis. You sound good. Who else is north or west? Anybody else north or west?
KG4CXE, Chris and Dalton. Uniform Tango, Carl and Franklin.
All right, we had Charles. We had Chris, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray, Echo, and Donaldson. And I heard November 8, November Uniform Tango. That was you, wasn't it, Carl?
Yes, sir.
Yep, sounds good. Who else, north or west? All right, south, please come down.
N8PPY.
Yeah, you don't sound any worse for wear. I think you just want to take a few days off.
Oh, I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, very good. Just don't want to catch you out hunting or fishing.
Oh, now hunting's a good way to isolate.
Yeah, very good. Very good, Rusty. That's in Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
W0GZR, Mark in Nashville.
All right, I had a double in there, but I got a Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo Mark in Nashville. Who was the other party?
Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
All right, we got Tim in Murfreesboro. Anybody else? Please come now south or east.
10-4 JAV, Alan Levin.
All right, we got Alan in Lebanon, November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. Anybody else?
K4 DEZ.
Yep, sounds good. Again there, Earl. Anybody else south or east?
Kilo Bravo 4, Romeo Sierra Mike.
All right, got you in there. K4 PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex radio. By that was Glenn in over there in the southeast. I guess the southeast Mount Juliet. Who else is south or east or anywhere for that matter? Anybody, any place, anywhere, please come now. All right, I'm going to do a quick rundown. We got Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike. That's Glenn over there in southeast Mount Juliet. We got Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu in Marine. We got Alan in Lebanon, in November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. We got Tim, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu in Murfreesboro. Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo in Nashville. November 8 Papa Yankee in Murfreesboro. November 8 NUT. Carl in Franklin, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. That would be Chris and Donaldson. Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec. And that's Dennis in Castellian Springs. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot Michael in Belshire. And Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Kilo Frank in Northwest Wilson. And then myself, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. I don't have any idea how many that was.
11.
You count, well, there's 12 with me in there, isn't it?
That's what I got. Who's counting you?
Well, I don't count. I'm on no account.
12 is right, Paul.
All right, we're going to close that portion of that out, move right over to 6 meters. Would you make the announcement over on the 2 meter side, Michael?
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys get a horrendous noise.
I'm not getting a noise right now, Dennis.
That's got to be something in my house, man. It's just like it's a 40 over. Crazy. Anyway.
No, you sound very good and clear to me, Dennis.
No, it just covered you up completely. I don't know what it is. It sounds like somebody welding, maybe. QRM.
Yeah, you think somebody's messing with you, Dennis?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody welding, maybe.
No, I guess it's possible. Anything's possible. All right, let me move on here with 6 meters. Moving over there now, QSY to 650.135. Is the frequency in use? Okay, very good. That was. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. All right. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 6 meters. Who else from the north? Please come down.
KB9RKK.
All right, KB9RKK. Frank, how you doing? Who else is north? Anybody else north? Of course, I had Dennis in there. Dennis, I had you in there, right? Yeah, Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. Dennis, who else is north? I heard somebody double in there.
WB0NOS.
All right, you sound good, Mark. Good, Grant. Thanks for hanging in there. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, Oscar. Who else is north?
November 4, Victor Foxtrot Bravo.
November 4, Victor Foxtrot Bravo. All right, tell me who that is because I don't know that call.
Victor Irwin. Romeo Whiskey India November. Wondering where the head is.
Well, I'm here in Mount Juliet. Where are you located?
About 65 miles south of Nashville.
Very good. And what was the first name there? Very good. Yes, very good. Irwin got you in there. And you're about 55 miles south of Nashville. Where does that put you?
Yeah, we're now around Shelbyville.
Very good. I got you. Yeah, you probably know Ed down there in the Shake Rag. It's out of, we're all over Middle Tennessee, but Net Control's here in Mount Juliet. Yeah, we do. On Saturdays, we have it. We have a 2 meter FM net, followed by the 2 meter sideband, followed by this net on 6 meters. 144.240. You can look us up on, just look up 146.415.net on the web. 146.415. It's the same frequency as we use without the decimal, of course, the 146.415.net. And then you can also look on, what do you call it, on groups.io for MJSS, the Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Yes, we have. Yeah, very good, Erwin. Good to hear from you. Is your email good on QRZ? Well, I'll do this. I want to send you a little invite that invites you to join the mailing list, which we have about 133 people on there who are interested in Simplex and the nets we do, and that'll get you going. Yeah, very good. That's November 4, Victor Foxtrot Bravo Irwin in and around Shelbyville. Who else is south? Please come in.
Kilo 4, Oscar Foxtrot Oscar.
Are you copying him okay, Donnie?
I could hear him. I had to turn him up quite a bit, but he was audible to me.
Yeah, he was just a little bit weak to me, but I had reasonable copy. Very good. Who else is south?
You tell WA4 Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. WA4 and Eddie.
There was a double in there. Who was just asking about Eddie?
Something happened with Eddie. WA4 Destiny Junkyard.
Oh, you were checking in. Very good, Eddie. I got you. Very good. I got Eddie in here from Antioch. Yeah, you got a good signal, Eddie.
We double again.
All right, we had Whiskey Alpha 4, Juliet Yankee. I just heard November 8, Papa Yankee, Rusty in Murfreesboro. And of course, that was Eddie who was in Antioch. And I also heard Earl in there in Noreen, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra, Sierra Victor, dang, Echo Sierra. I can't even get my calls straight here.
DEZ.
Yeah, I got it. I started writing it wrong and it kept getting worse. It's DEZ. For some reason, I was throwing a V in there. Anyway, it's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. You'd think I'd remember it after all this time. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, it's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Earl and Noreen. Who else is south or east?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
All right, I got that one right. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. And that's Larry in Rockville. Good signal, Larry. Who else is any place, anywhere?
Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike.
Ah, really? You sound like an FM station here. You know that, Glenn.
Oh, thank you. You're quite strong here too.
Yep, that's Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike. That's Glenn over southeast Mount Juliet. Because we're kind of close together. Anybody else? Any place? Anywhere?
KG4 CXE Kristen Dolphin.
Oh my gosh, we had a double or a triple in there, Chris. That was Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else was in there?
KG4 ILC Jack and Donaldson.
All right, I got you in there, Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. We got a busy night tonight. Who else? Good to have you in there, Jack. Who else is any place, anywhere?
W0 Mark in Nashville.
All righty, man. We're going crazy tonight. That's Mark in Nashville. Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else? Any place?
November 8, November Uniform Tango, Carl and Franklin.
Yeah. Which antenna are you using there, Carl? You sound good.
ATAS 120.
Oh, very good. So you should be happy with that. You're really good signal tonight.
Oh, good deal.
I'll have to put up my ATAS 120 and see if they pair up real good.
Yeah, back mount on the roof. So I got a big metal roof.
Oh, you do? Oh, awesome. What is that? On the barn roof? Is that what it is?
Roof of the house.
Oh, you got a metal roof on a house. That's cool. All right, very good. That's Carl. He's using a screwdriver antenna. It's the Yaesu ATAS 120 connected to his Yaesu rig. Which Yaesu rig do you use?
857.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, nice, beautiful. I got one staring at me right in the face here, but I'm using the 991, which also couples up with that ATAS antenna.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, all right. Who else we got? Any place, anywhere? Please come down. I'm hearing somebody out there. Is anybody hearing anybody out there?
Somebody said, "Hey, Paul."
That's what I heard. Who's the Hey Paul station? Well, I'm pretty sure that's Earl, but I'm not sure. It sounded like Earl, but the audio is so low I can't tell.
Okay, Earl was saying he checked in. He thought you had it mixed up with somebody else. He said he had no trouble with the 6-meter tonight, but it was definitely Earl.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, the voice it was very faint to me, Donnie, so I just it had to be Earl. Very good.
Yeah, he got you there, Earl. If you hear me, it's K4. So, yeah, he got you. He's having a hard time hearing you, but he got your message. Hey, Paul, he's trying to say that when you totaled him off earlier, that was somebody else because he never checked in until now.
Let's see. Yeah, I did. I actually had him checked in, but that wasn't him, I take it.
Correct. That's what he's saying. That he's having trouble with 6 meters and he's just checking in now. Gave me that RTK.
Okay. Well, somebody checked in after Donnie, and I could have sworn it was Earl, but obviously I was wrong.
Urban, I believe who he's saying was checked in, Paul. Urban.
Oh, it was that Irwin station? Yeah, I got you. I think it was that. Was that Irwin down there in? Well, it was Irwin, and he was. Where was Irwin? Oh, there we go. I was trying to remember where it was. Yeah, Irwin and Show. That's who that was, wasn't it, Irwin? That was the November 4 Victor Foxtrot Bravo. That's right. Yeah, I had you in there, but for some reason, I don't know why, I had Earl's wrong, but we'll live with that. Very good. Anybody else, any place, anywhere before we move on? It's almost been an hour and 42 minutes.
Okay, I'm 43.
All right, you're number 16 there, Stan. You're doing good. You got a good 6-meter signal.
Thanks, Paul.
Who else is checking in late here? Please come in. Any other stations, please come now. I'm not copying the darn things. Anybody hearing anything I can't hear?
No, I got a very screwy antenna. I have a 6-meter J-pole of all things.
Oh, is that what you have, Eddie? That's a big J-pole.
Yes, it is. It's just right on the ground right now. I'm going to get it up a little bit, but I bought that off the guy on QTH, and he shipped it. It came in 2 pieces, but it's all 525. It's flat as a pancake. It's wide. It's real wide too.
Yeah, very good. Now I knew a guy who had a 10-meter J-pole. He had it hung up in a tree, and it was made out of wire.
I'm all about that, but that's getting pretty big.
Yeah, it does get big. Well, anyway, we had a grand total of 16 people on the 6-meter net. Now, give a quick rundown. We got Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo Stan, and we had Carl, November 8 NUT. We had Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo, Mark in Nashville, Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, Glenn, Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike in here in southeast Mount Juliet. We got Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville, Rusty, November 8 Papa Yankee in Murfreesboro, Whiskey Alpha 4. Yeah, that was Eddie over there in Antioch, Whiskey Alpha 4 JJY, excuse me, that's spelled wrong. Whiskey Alpha 4 Juliet Yankee Eddie in Antioch. We had Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. And we had November 4 Victor Foxtrot Bravo, new check-in on 6 meters as well. That's Irwin near Shelbyville. And Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. And that's, of course, Mark in Wilson County here, Northwest. And Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec. Dennis in Stallion Springs. And Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Frank in Northwest Wilson, and myself, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. And I think we're setting a new time record here, November 9:43. But I think that's 16 check-ins. I'll count it again, but I think that's what it is. I'm closing it. This is K4PW.
What time do you start in there?
At 8.
Okay, I'll start to try to take in there. There'll be 4 JJY.
Very good. Have a good night.
Oh, you read Earl's name out?
Say that again?
Did you read Earl's name out? I didn't catch Earl's name. You read it out. K4, do you think?
I believe you know what I did? I crossed them off twice. I wrote them down twice and crossed them off twice, so it's actually 17.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I heard Michael in there too.
Is this a good frequency just to call and see if it works somebody?
Yeah, we've had, it's open for anybody you want to, Aaron.
Okay, I've been on 6 meters off and on since 1963, so it changes around.
Oh yeah, this is just an open, frequency on 6 meters.
Okay, I've been trying to listen up to the F8 frequency, but I've run 1 or 2, but I just got to get a beam up and get it where it rotates, and I think